everybody. It's Jonna, Daniel.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Andrew Shell. I play the character of Jandar Kef.
And we wanted to try a different format for sharing our D&D sessions. It's just awful trying to edit an entire 3-hour D&D session into 1 hour. I don't know, no one asked me to do it, so I'm not mad at anyone. I'm just mad at myself because I can't do it anymore. Our new format is what we're going to do is just recap from memory what happened in past sessions, and then we're gonna clip in some of those memorable parts of the session with real footage from the actual night. We'll see how it turns out. Let us know if you like it. We're going to be recapping what happened 2 sessions ago. So, do you have a good memory?
Well, I remember what happened. I don't remember what parts were 2 sessions ago.
Give me a second to read through this again.
Let me just say, because I was working on that video,
Okay.
So where we left off was we had put up the wall, the shield, and we had just realized that there was a warrant out, or not a warrant, but like a reward out for Jandar's head and all of us to be captured. So we left the story. What?
Or slain.
Or slain. Okay, so just so you know, I'm one of the characters. I play Aranoris, and Daniel is the DM. So he might be a little bit more accurate than me from what I remember.
Yes, there was assassins that came in the night.
That's where the previous session left off, and the second session picked up with us figuring out what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Desmond paying a bunch of dwarves to protect the tower so that we could feel free to leave, and we wanted to try and go to the Desolate Steppe and figure out the source of Aragoth's. What's the bad guy's name in our story?
Theod.
Theod Lagos. Theod Lagos, right?
The Cos.
Anyway, he
Theod
looks up these
Lagos.
names and can't
I had to think about it.
remember them. So anyway, we need to find the source of his power. We got some clues and some really obscure messages from Desmond and different clues. So we're not really sure what we're supposed to be, what we're going to be doing, but we know we need to go and figure out where his power comes from so we can stop him.
Yeah, this group is more of the let's go get him, and less of the let's take advantage of being in a big city with lots of archives and libraries and.
This always makes me feel bad when he
No, you shouldn't feel bad. You should play however you want.
He plans all this stuff and we're like, what?
I'm not saying that you should have done anything differently. I'm just saying that they don't know exactly what they're supposed to be doing right now.
We don't.
But they're off on an adventure. Yeah,
so we decide we're going to try and find coats because we're going to be going into the mountains, and we figure there's going to be snow of sorts. So we were like, okay, let's get some coats. So we were thinking. An hour later, in our D&D session, we're journeying. Different characters have different posts or jobs to do. I was the scout, I believe, and we come across a avalanche of rocks on the path that we were trying to pass.
They had some rock slides they had to get over. It was somewhat difficult, but the group managed pretty well.
No one dies or gets hurt. We're just exhausted and it takes all day. We end up spending the whole day
trying to clear
a path, getting our animals over without hurting them. But in the end, we are exhausted. And so we need a place to sleep for the night. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
So I'm the scout. I think I roll something like a 3 for scouting, for shelter.
Something low.
Yeah. So guess what I found?
Well,
I think I found a place for us
she was
to
scouting,
stay.
but as a hunter.
It's not that bad.
Something has died in that cave.
A nice warm cave.
A stinky cave.
Everything's a little smelly. The bones on the floor should have been a clue.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, there was a troll there.
So we all have exhaustion. All the characters are exhausted, meaning we all have disadvantage at this point. So anything that we have to fight, we have to roll twice to hit them, and we have to take the lowest number. Thanks, buddy.
They got it. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
The wizard shot him with fire. Aeronorus chopped at his legs. It was fine. It was,
Yeah. I end up on the floor slipping on my own blood, but that's okay. Oh, Balthazar heals me. And Carrie, who plays her character, had to roll 2 d4s. Like,
My brain.
try to make them jump. Like, don't try to roll on, like, pop them up. So they.
Oh, are you an expert on?
I
Really are an expert.
And that's a little trick that I learned from my pal on YouTube. What?
You're so superstitious.
I'm not superstitious. It worked.
Helps the dice roll. It doesn't
Anyway,
help you get high
Dash
numbers.
of Alan, that was awesome. That really helped. So thank you for that video. I'll link it somewhere. So if anyone's interested in watching a video about rolling D&D dice and what the dice are for, you can check that video out.
Speaking of four-sided dice, I also have truncated four-sided dice, which you should check out.
Truncated. Sounds
They're
like
much
they're
more
from
fun.
trees.
So they recover. After
Yeah.
killing the troll,
So
they go on their journey
through
through the mountains.
No, you forgot something.
Okay, what did I forget?
Well, we all decide to loot. We're a big looting group. We like to loot.
Big looting group.
Big looting group.
Huh.
We like to loot. Yeah, so everyone starts looting. I kick around. I found some nice dwarven axes and a pile of rubbish.
Yeah,
Desmond.
That's right.
Find something. Do you remember?
Desmond tries to loot the loincloth of the troll. This guy.
Yeah.
It's
so,
a troll with a loincloth in
He's
the
gonna
mountains.
loot it. Yeah, gotta see
He
what's
found
under there.
something, but it was attached.
Hair. I just.
Oh, that's not
nap
good.
That's not good at all.
That's a 4.
I told you, you're not riding on
So-
my horse tomorrow.
You,
found some
whatever you
dingleberries.
grabbed was
Jingleberries.
really gross. And, it kind of like burns your hands.
You
Kinda
found like
acidic.
You found like a.
So he got acid damage on his hand because of troll urine.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Okay, I pour some water, some precious water over it.
Desmond did get his hand infected when he tried to search the troll. Jandar was able to help with that by using some of his healing abilities.
And I had plans for all kinds of fun things, but then the paladin was smart and
And heal him.
yeah. Okay.
We ventured on.
So they're going through very high mountains, snow-capped. They're called the Everwinter Peaks because they're always got snow on them. So they're getting up through the mountains, and they find a ruin of an old dwarf
tower.
ruins,
Yeah.
towers, which leads them to an old dwarven city with the door ajar.
We decide to investigate.
And Aeronor says, "Why? This has nothing to do with us." And the group says, "Woo!" And we all go in.
All right, so where would you guys like to go?
So there's
I
a
want
big
to go
exhibit.
towards the
I
statue.
want to go examine the giant dwarf statue.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
We went into the main part of the fortress and leaving our horses outside, and we were ambushed by orcs there, which Desmond cleanly took care of with a fireball spell.
So they go into the room. They know there's some orcs in there, and so our half orc goes to roll to try to act like one of them, tries to sneak in.
I walk in.
You, like, stride in, like-
No, I'm not. I kind of walk in. Jandar puts on like a burly,
I don't know.
kind of like
Casually.
a casually like a angry orc, like
Okay.
how he thinks an orc would act, but he hasn't actually lived with orcs.
So his backstory is that he's a half troll that was raised in a monastery, half orc
Yeah.
that was raised in a monastery, sort of in the ways of with humans and the ways of
He's
good.
very jaded.
Yes, so he's very so this monk goes in and while trying to act like an orc just said,
I say hello, my brothers. I rolled a 5.
Come on, boys! We're having an intruder in here!
So I'm like
my
right
sword.
after him. I'm like running up the steps.
He was a little too jovial, and the orcs realized that he was not actually on their side.
So the orcs attack.
We
Jandar's
fight!
clueless.
We fight.
Yeah.
We fight a bunch of orcs. I get to get a good couple punches in there. Jandar goes right in and starts fighting a couple of them. And me and Belt, we go and take on an orc. And Desmond decides not to go into the room.
Desmond is gonna run up here and peer in the room and be like, ah!
Everyone else ran into the room, and then out of a doorway to the side, some more orcs came out and surround Desmond.
Oh man, you're surrounded.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So he kind of took a beating. But
Hey, he's fine, you
yeah,
know.
he did freezing damage
He didn't
and stuff.
fall. He was a wizard. He got tricks up his sleeve.
We loot stuff and we discover.
And an old desk in a corner, they find this really brittle parchment written in Dwarvish, presumably by a dwarf, and it says it's just like a business transaction. The guy's saying, hey, send the kid to come get the money and we'll take it to the vault.
And then we kind of wrapped up the session at that point.
Yep. There was noise coming from down the corridor, and so that's where they ended it. So we ran out of time.
Alright, so thanks for watching this video. Let us know what you think about this new format of just kind of like interviews, recapping, and adding the best parts of the adventure. Let us know what you think, and thanks for watching.